Hi everybody, my name is Loyola Zuazu, I'm 26 years old and I live in Irún, in a little city in the province of Guipúzcoa, next to France, in the border with France. And well, with this video I want to give a little introduction of who I am, what did I study and why I like working in Kids Brain School, in Multidiomas and in WikiUp with you. And I'll give an overview also of a teaching plan that I prepared for my 5 students in intermediate level, so that you can have a look at the structure I mainly use for these kind of lessons, in my English lessons. So, as I said, I'm 26, I've studied teaching studies, primary education, specialty in English as a foreign language. So, well, as soon as I finished my studies, I decided not to get into work straight, so I went to the UK to live a life experience and improve a little bit my English, try to live in an English-speaking country and try to get an idea of how do English people live. So I can say that I'm working now for 2 years. I've been working now for 2 years in the public school in Navarre. And well, my teaching experience is not so extent, but I did some practicum during my primary degree. So I spent 6 months in Switzerland and I worked in a Montessori school teaching English to Swiss children with a Montessori methodology. And I can also say that I was working for 1 course and a half in the English school of Donostia, San Sebastian, which is one of the schools that immerse their students into the English language. So, after saying this, I really love learning languages and I really love teaching, so I can say that I still keep improving my language skills, because I feel that nowadays I don't live in a English-speaking country, so I have to keep improving, refreshing and learning a lot the language, because as soon as I start, well, not having the contact I had when I was living in Manchester, I lose a little bit my English. So I'm continuously, forming myself as an English teacher, and I'm still getting some new courses to get the proficiency exam. So I'm keen on it. Right. Okay, so after this brief introduction about myself, I would like to show you my lesson plan for today. This is gonna be, we're gonna presume that it's the first lesson, so with my 5 students. So that means that we don't know each other. These 5 students are gonna be today knowing each other, but first of all, the first 20 minutes I'm gonna use to introduce myself and to give them an overview of what do I do, about what do I like doing in my free time, and things about my personal life that I want to share. So I will give them a structure, an example of how can they introduce themselves too. So after that, I would like to know why is it important to learn languages. So I would like to introduce the topic of why do we learn languages, what do we get out from learning new languages, what are the benefits, and we are going to talk also about endangered languages. Why is English nowadays a very known language? Why is it called the international language, and what do we get out from it? In our case, we live in the Basque Country and we've got 2 official languages which are Spanish and Euskera and Basque. So I want them to talk a little bit about the importance of knowing languages and the importance of keeping our language alive also. So that's gonna be a nice activity for myself to see their language skills, to see what vocabulary they have, the grammar they use, and to have a little assessment about the first speaking activity. Right. As I said, we're going to talk about things we do in the free time, so I want to focus on the word time. Time is the most used word, one of the most used words in English, so we are going to talk about idioms. I will give them a worksheet about idioms and they will have a look at these ones. To run out of time, time after time, time off, spare time, and they will have to match the idiom with the definition. So I will be guiding them and I will be helping them, but they will do this activity in pairs so that they can know a little bit more about each other. Later we will put these idioms into practice. So we will do a little exercise in the big group. And in the end, I will use the last 20 minutes to put all this information we've been talking about on the paper. So I will be able also to see how their writing skills are. And according to the information we've been using during the lesson, I will check that writing paper and I will check a little bit more the accuracy, the vocabulary, the spelling mistakes, the grammar mistakes they may have, and just take as a pre-knowledge for the next lesson to start introducing new vocabulary and new grammar instruction. Okay, so that might be my lesson plan. And for the end, I would love to do a wrap-up activity. So it's gonna be a game, and this game will consist of the next one. So each of them will have to write 3 sentences about themselves. These sentences are gonna be fake and real. So for example, I'm gonna give them an example. 2 of those sentences must be real, about themselves, about facts, about past, present or future facts that happened to them, or activities they did, or likes or dislikes. So I will say, I have swum with sharks and no jails. That might be one. I am allergic to dogs and cats. That might be 2. And I like playing tennis. So in a big group, they have to decide which of those sentences is the fake one. So after having given information about our life in the beginning of the lesson, in the end we will play this game to know a little bit more about each of them. And I will include myself, so I will also take part in this last game. And we will just have a little time to relax and just have some nice time and finish the lesson. And that's gonna be today's plan. So after having said this, thank you for the opportunity to give this brief introduction about myself, and I will be very happy to keep working with these students because I really love learning from them. I really love teaching them, and I really love doing what I do, so I think that's the most important thing. Thank you. Bye.